Hello crochet artists! This video is the very last part of the tutorial for this top. If you're looking for part 1 and part 2, you can find the details on the description box below or simply click the link that you can see above your screens. If you are new to this channel, hello, my name is Kath and I do crochet tutorials. You can follow me on Instagram as well as my Facebook page at What About Yarn. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is remove the stitch markers, and from here we're going to attach or join the yarn into the last stitch at the corner of the straps. So from here we're going to attach the yarn and work 1 double crochet in each of the stitches across all the way until you reach the last stitch of the straps. When you get to the end of the straps, as you can see here, I did my last stitch. From here, we're going to do the mesh. So chain 1, and then we will skip 1 stitch. So that is this stitch, and then we're going to work a double crochet into the next stitch. Like so. Now chain 1 again, skip the next stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch. So that is our mesh. Continue working with this pattern all the way until you reach the end of the panel, that is in this part. When you get to the seam at the side of the panel, we're going to skip that part and count it as 1 double crochet or 1 stitch. Like so. When you get to the end of the panel, we're going to continue with 1 double crochet in each of the stitch until you get to the end of the row. End of row, chain 1. Chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, and turn your work. Continue with 1 single crochet in each of the stitch across until you get to the last stitch before the mesh. Now to work a single crochet, you're going to insert the hook into the next stitch. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop. We have 2 loops on the hook. Now yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Continue with this stitch all the way across. When you get to the end of the strap, we're going to continue with a chain of 5. And we will skip the first 2 mesh in the previous row. So we will work a single crochet into the second double crochet of the mesh. So now after this, we will chain 2. And we will skip again the next double crochet and work 5 double crochet in that next double crochet stitch. Once you have 5 double crochet, we're going to chain 2. And again, we will skip the next double crochet and work a single crochet into the next double crochet stitch. Now continue again with a chain of 5. Skip the next double crochet and double crochet into the next double crochet stitch. So this is basically the repeat of the very first stitch that we did for this part. So chain 2, skip the next double crochet, and work 5 double crochet into the next double crochet. So continue working this pattern all the way across until you reach the last part of the panel. Here at the end of the panel, Now, whatever stitch you end up with, just make sure that you stop at the chain 5 space and then work a single crochet into the next stitch. Because as you can see here, I also have a remaining mesh left. But for here, we will just continue with a single crochet in each stitch. So it doesn't really matter what stitch you end up with as long as you stopped with a chain of 5. Because later, this will be covered when you put the top on. End of the row. Continue with a chain of 1 and turn your work. Now continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way until you reach the end of the straps. At the end of the row, we're going to continue with a chain of 5. And we're going to single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space. So we just need to find the third chain and work a single crochet into that chain. Okay, so continue with a chain of 3 and work a single crochet into the chain 2 space. So single crochet. Now from here, we're going to work a double crochet into the first double crochet of the 5 double crochet cluster. So double crochet into the first double crochet. Now chain 1. Again, double crochet into the next double crochet stitch. Chain 1. Double crochet into the third double crochet. Continue all the way until the 5th double crochet stitch. This is our last stitch. Continue with a single crochet into the chain 2 space. So it's basically the same as what we did here. Now after this, we will chain 3 and work a single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space. Like so. So it's basically a repeat of what we did in the beginning. Now after this, we will chain 3, single crochet into the chain 2 space. So just continue working this pattern all the way until you reach the end of the panel. I'm now here at the end of my panel. I stopped at the third chain of the chain 5 space. Now continue with a chain of 5. And we will skip the next two single crochet. And then we will work a single crochet in the third single crochet stitch, as well as for the rest of the stitches across. When you get to the end of the strap, we're going to chain 1 and turn your work and continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch across all the way until you get to the last stitch. When you get to the last stitch, we're going to chain 5. And we're going to single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space. Chain 3. And work a single crochet into the chain 3 space. Now we will skip the next single crochet and then work a double crochet into the first double crochet. So we're now working at the cluster. So chain 2 and then double crochet into the next double crochet. So previously we did a chain of 1 for this part, but now we will increase with a chain of 2. So again, chain 2, double crochet into the double crochet stitch, chain 2, Again, a double crochet into the next double crochet. Continue that all the way until the last double crochet stitch. Like so. Now single crochet into the chain 3 space. Continue with a chain of 3. Single crochet into the chain 3 space. And again, just like what we did here, double crochet into the first double crochet stitch. Chain 2, double crochet. So that will be the pattern that you will keep on working until you get to the end of the panel. I'm now here at the end of the panel and I have here a remaining chain 5 space. Continue with a chain of 3. Single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space. And end this row with a chain of 5. And skip the first single crochet and single crochet into the second single crochet stitch. So, continue working a single crochet in each stitch all the way across. And once you get to the end of the row or at the end of the straps, you're going to fasten off and cut the yarn. So this is how our details at the lower part looks like. Now we're going to move on with the armhole. So what we're going to do is attach the yarn into the side seam and work 2 single crochet in each of the row around the armhole. Ending this round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Continue with a chain of 5. Skip the next 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, and work a single crochet into the next single crochet stitch. Continue with a chain of 3. Skip 3 stitches and work 5 double crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, and that is our last stitch. Continue with a chain of 3. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a single crochet into the next stitch. So basically, it's the repeat of the very first stitches that we did. So continue with a chain of 5. So same as what we did here. We will skip 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet into the next stitch. Continue with a chain of 3. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 5 double crochet in the next stitch. Continue with this pattern all the way around. End of the round, I have here a remaining chain of 3. Now whatever stitch you end up with, just make sure that you will slip stitch into the beginning stitch of this round. Slip stitch, fasten off, cut the yarn, and repeat exactly the same procedure as the other side. After that, we're going to weave in all of the ends. This marks the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them down below and I will do my best to answer them. If you will make this top, please don't forget to tag me on social media at whataboutYarn. I would really appreciate that. Don't forget to click the description box below for part 1 and part 2. Thank you so much guys for watching, and as always, have a good day. I'll see you on the next video.